Welcome.
With the clown.
Welcome to the podcast of terror. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
that is Nikki P. And I'm Patient Zero. Or maybe we're in costume and I'm Nikki P. And that's Patient Zero. We decided to do that and trick
Never
you guys.
know.
And you didn't even know. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get the Halloween weekend. Set it
Welcome
off.
to the spooks.
Set it off right. This is Halloween weekend 2021. It is Friday night, like we always do. Welcome to the Halloween podcast.
Yes.
A mixture of variety.
Oh, you should have been what is that? You should have been Damien from the
Yes,
dark side.
I know. Yes, I mean, it was an idea as far as like costumes and stuff, but we're just gonna be ourselves, but we just switched, obviously I'm Nikki P and that's Patient Zero.
Yeah.
But besides that, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday.
Happy
And
Friday. We made it
we
through.
really do. We really do have a great show for you tonight. It's going to be scary. It's going to be spooky. It's going to be. The stuff that we're going to be talking about tonight is not going to be discussed on any other podcast. Promise you that.
Nope.
Nikki, do you want to tell the people what we're talking about? We kind of broke it down in like 3 different sections, possibly four different sections. I'll
Three. Three.
I'll explain the form.
So we're going to start off with 27
Yes.
most haunted places.
Holy fuck. 27 places.
Yeah, I know. That's scary in itself.
I am wearing a diaper currently, so I'm hoping that I don't have an accident.
You might.
I
Then
really
11 paranormal experiences from other people around the world, and then our own experiences.
I love paranormal stuff.
Me too.
I really do.
Ed and
I'm
Lorraine
intrigued.
are my heroes.
I'm so intrigued with that shit, I love it. So yeah, we're just gonna get this party started.
Where's your tea?
Well, see, I'm glad that you asked. Because I almost forgot. We are so involved in this Halloween show, ladies and gentlemen, that Patient Zero, aka Nikki P, I'm not even drinking tea tonight.
No.
Nikki P, can you believe it? Look what I'm drinking. To set the mood.
Oh.
Red Monster, baby.
Cheers.
Red Monster. Cheers. And if Monster wants to sponsor the show, please do.
Or Curious Elixirs. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Shaken, not slurred. That's their motto.
Yeah?
Isn't that cute?
I love it. All right, so let's see.
Let's roll.
Let's just roll. Is the music too loud, Nikki B? Because it just got very loud.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It really did.
We just want the background. We just want the background ambiance. We don't want fucking.
This isn't doomsday, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I have my list. Nikki P has her list.
I sure do.
One more time for the people.
I'm instantly having Headless Horseman flashbacks.
Yes.
They always get me.
Okay.
Remember the Halloween I got squirted in the face?
Yes, I do.
Remember that?
Yep.
Like it's freezing, guys. Freezing.
Yeah.
And at the end of one haunted house where we were standing in line and something just squirted me. I'm just like, this is weird.
Yeah, very weird. There's a lot of, places to go, things to do around here, hopefully around in your area too. I'm such a big fan of Halloween. Nikki P is as well. It's basically my favorite holiday. I would say it's tied, maybe. with July 4th, and that's
Mm-hmm.
only because I'm addicted to fireworks.
Yeah,
That's really,
pyro.
and I love, I'm trying to be a patriot, 100%, but all that,
Yeah.
but but I definitely am a pyro, and
So
I
is
definitely love
Mr.
fireworks.
Smiles behind me.
Yeah, what is going on behind you? Something is going on. That
Yeah.
is pretty fucking freaky, and this
And you know
setup
I
is
hate
pretty fucking
clowns,
freaky.
right?
Hey, that's why I gave it to you. No, that's not actually why. That's not actually why. All right, so 27. Listen, we're not gonna. What I'm trying to say
We're
is,
freezing through it. Yep.
we're gonna breeze through because if you guys know, Nikki P and I are not really the best when it comes to lists. It'll be like 365 whatever, and we'll get through like 4 of them. We're not gonna do that tonight. We're
No.
not gonna do that tonight. It's all good. We're gonna breeze right through them. So 27 of the most haunted places in America that horror fans need to visit, like us.
Ooh,
You want to
give me
start
some
off?
ideas. Give me some ideas.
This is pretty interesting. The first one, right? What is the first one, Nikki P?
White House in Washington, D.C.
I
That
mean,
is
all
right.
right.
You heard me correct. One of the most famous places in the entire country is also haunted. The sightings are numerous and have been experienced by everyone, from Winston Churchill, who reportedly stumbled into the ghost of Lincoln one night, crazy, to Ronald Reagan. There's even a demon cat in the basement whose
Whoa,
sighting foretells a national disaster. That's scary.
that is pretty scary, and I did not know that at all. So that is definitely good to know. There's a lot going
We
on
will
there.
not be going to the White House, though.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Not at all. I mean, that place is so corrupt and evil anyway. Maybe that's why there's like dark spirits there and shit like
Right?
that.
That
Who
would make
knows?
sense.
It would totally make sense. All right, number 2. Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Built in the 1800s. There's so many 1800 buildings that are
Yeah.
so haunted. By George Washington Vanderbilt II, the Grand
Ooh.
Home didn't see its first paranormal activity until his passing, when his
Heirs.
heirs, my bad. I knew I was gonna fuck that up. Heirs decided to open the home to the public. The voice of Vanderbilt's wife is just one spooky encounter visitors report. Can you imagine? Because a voice that's probably, I don't know. What do you think is more scary? If you are like at a haunted house or an overnight haunted house, like the place that's by us, where they say it's haunted.
Voice over like random bangs.
No, a voice over seeing something, like actually seeing
I think a
something.
voice.
Me too.
Because luckily, with no contacts in, I'm blind as fuck. So
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
like, what is that?
seeing much.
Is that a demon cat? What is that?
Oh, it's just Nikki P and Patient Zero.
Right. All right, that's pretty freaky. What's the next one?
Pawtuck Mansion in Portland, Oregon. At the cusp of the Portland's industrialization, pioneers Henry and Georgina Pawtuck built their dream home, and some would argue never left. The historic site functions as a museum today, but instances of a moving portrait and wafts of roses, Georgina's favorite flowers, have all been reported.
Wow,
Hmm,
I don't know about that place. I don't know about any of these places, but
we're going to one soon.
should we go to St. Augustine Lighthouse in St. Augustine, Florida?
We can.
We can do that. There's no shortage of eerie instances running amok at the St. Augustine Lighthouse. Lighthouses to me are just freaky anyway. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't get the point.
I don't know about that. Even just like seeing them across the water, I don't know. I don't like it. I get a weird feeling. So much that okay, let's try it again. So much that ghost hunters even paid the spot a visit. I want to be a ghost hunter really bad, and a
That
storm
would be
chaser.
fun.
We were storm chasers today. Past
Yeah.
lighthouse keepers, as well as 2 sisters who died on the premises, still apparently roam the structure. Staff members have also allegedly reported finding doors mysteriously unlocked after returning in the morning.
Mm-mm.
I got chills with that one. I don't know about that one, Nikki P.
No.
What else we got?
Number 5. See, I would go here.
Look
Trans-Allegheny
at that place.
Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. I'm
Nice.
going.
Yeah, the asylums
Also
are always
appearing,
crazy,
yeah.
right?
Also appearing on Ghost Hunters. We both can't read today.
No.
This asylum opened its doors to mentally ill patients in the mid 1800s.
Wow.
Creepy off the bat. And officially shut down in 1994. Opened a long time, but that hasn't stopped its bevy of apparitions and sounds, presumably from deceased patients from spooking
Oh, hell
21st
no.
century visitors.
Whoa.
I
Whoa.
mean, insane asylums are scary enough. Just the crazy shit they used to do back in the day
Yeah,
with
exactly.
operations and like crazy stuff.
Yeah, it basically was like torture machines that they had to
Torture,
go through.
mistreatment of patients.
Absolutely. And
It
I
was
think that's
awful.
why I think that's actually why a lot of those places are haunted, because their spirits either left so quickly or left so angrily that they are just
Mhm.
haunting that place. They just, or some of them don't even know that they're dead and they're just there pissed off. I hear that's what a lot of the paranormal stuff comes from. This the spirits that didn't completely cross over to go like to the other side, whatever
Yeah,
that means. They're just stuck in limbo, and then they just
in
get some of them
purgatory.
in purgatory. I mean, yes, some of them get absolutely pissed off because they don't know what to do, and they're the ones that are just like violently slamming shit and throwing shit. That you see like on the
That's
movies.
creepy.
Yeah, but it's real. It's not even just
Yeah.
in the movies. Kehoe House in Savannah, Georgia.
Ooh, where I wanted to move.
There you go. You're never strapped for the supernatural in Savannah, which
Ooh,
has been deemed one of the country's most haunted cities. Oh, I didn't know that.
damn.
While unconfirmed, there are also beliefs that two of the Kehoe children died within the mansion, adding more fuel to the paranormal fire. Oh man, the kids got in there too.
Mhm.
Kids are, that's really sad, actually. But you have a whole family of ghosts living with you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Okay. The RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. You'll need your
Oh,
sea legs and a bit of bravery to board this haunted vessel, which coincidentally ran its last voyage on Halloween 1967. Now permanently docked in Long Beach, California, the RMS Queen Mary is believed to host spirits of deceased crew and passengers from its former 31-year tenure at sea. You can also book a haunted encounter there and maybe encounter the alleged lady in white and various children.
wow.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I'm good. Lady in white, and you're on a ship too, so you're like out to sea, and
You're stuck.
you're stuck. I would just throw myself overboard and call it a day. Actually, I call for a lifesaver, a life preserver,
Or a
a
boat.
lifesaver, a boat. Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. See, these are all in the United States, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
which is actually good, and that's Nikki P, which is actually me in costume. Nikki P, I am the one that made sure that we were talking about places around the country instead of the world, because there
Just
are
so we
some.
could go.
Yeah, exactly. There are some crazy fucking places though, like that Doll Island in
Mhm.
Mexico. I have to go. I have to go there. All right, claiming ownership in 1930s, Norman Baker posed as a doctor and rebranded the Crescent Hotel into a fall cancer hospital. It could be
Ooh,
just if I
I'm
fuck up,
done
just let me know.
there.
Fast forward to the present day, when several ghosts, including Doctor Baker himself and a patient known as Theodora, have interacted with guests at the rifle at the rightfully deemed America's most haunted hotel.
Get
See that?
out.
Just that's all. That as soon as I see that label, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah.
Staff has also noted an instance of visitors becoming faint. I don't know about that now. Faint during tours at the exact same spot, directly above the old morgue. See, I don't like that shit.
Ooh.
I don't like when you actually feel woozy. I don't even like if you feel if it gets really cold. But anyway, we'll get to the paranormal shit in a second. What else we
Ooh,
got?
so this number nine's based on one of the American Horror Stories, season two,
Oh, okay.
LaLaurie Mansion in New Orleans, Louisiana. Named for its master, Madame Marie Delphine LaLaurie, who even inspired a character on American Horror Story Coven. The
Mm,
French Quarter fixture gets referred to by locals simply as the haunted house. The mansion earned its moniker after a fire broke in 1834, which exposed a part of the home where seven enslaved people have been bound in chains and starved. Moans from these people are still said to resonate within the home, which is now privately owned. While you won't be able to step inside and see for yourself, you can make a pit stop through a New Orleans ghost store. Yeah, she like tortured these people and like amputated their limbs and whipped them till they were
mm.
bleeding. I mean, it was pretty gross. And then she'd
Wow.
use their blood, well, in American Horror Story, she used their blood on her face because she thought it was like this fountain of youth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know, a lot of the New Orleans stuff I never been.
I would love to go.
I would love to go, even though a lot of people, if you're sober, it's kind of, because if you go down the strip, obviously
Yeah, but
everybody's
there's
drinking and
so
stuff.
much more to do in the food scene.
Exactly. That's why I would go down. Obviously, I wouldn't go down to drink or do anything stupid. But a lot of the voodoo shit though down there, Nikki
Oh,
P,
it's
kind of
crazy.
freaks me out a little bit. It really does. Um, and that shit is real. Iolani Palace in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Ooh.
That place. Before Hawaii became an American territory, King Kalakauo, that's my nickname in high school, built this modern fortress in
It's
1882.
beautiful.
It is beautiful. Wish you guys could see it. Where he lived with his wife, Queen Kapiolani, and sister, Queen Lilaokalani. Oh, I think I hit that.
I like it.
Who took over the throne after his death. Now functioning as a public museum, Iolani Palace still holds ties to the past royal residence. Security guards claim to see Queen Liholalani ghosts roaming. I didn't get it right that time. Ghosts roaming the grounds in the early mornings, along with hearing of the property's piano unexpectedly playing. That would freak me out.
Hmm.
I don't want to hear any piano playing and nobody. That freaks me out.
Oh, I've heard of this next place. I want to go. Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast in Fall River, Massachusetts. That's doable for us.
Hmm.
This isn't your standard New England B&B. The haunted home was the site of two violent murders in 1892. Lizzie Borden's father and stepmother. Many placed the blame on Lizzie herself, who was tried and later acquitted for the case. Brave souls can book an overnight stay in the same room where Abby Borden passed away, or go ghost hunting through one of the site's paranormal nights.
All right, all right. Not too far away, like you said. We can do it.
No,
We still got to start small, though. We got to go to that one spot that's like
by
what
me.
45 minutes. Well, it's like 45 minutes from me. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Ellenville direction.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, we got to go to that place first. All right, obviously this one. I mean, this one's so haunted
It's
they
a
made a movie about
biggie.
it. Amityville Horror House in Amityville, New York.
Ooh, New York.
New York. Where is this now? You've probably seen a
In
fair
Long
share.
Island.
Oh, okay. You've probably seen a fair share of Amityville scares on the big screen, but the real life home that's since inspired a handful of films is almost as creepy as the Hollywood portrayals. The site marks the spot where Ronald DeFeo shot and killed his parents and siblings.
Oh.
Fucking psycho. In 1974, and the next family to call the place home only lasted a mere 28 days before moving out. You can guess why. After new ownership and an address change to ward off of visitors, the house is currently off limits to the public, but you can still head to Ocean View Avenue to see the facade for yourself.
Ooh.
There you have it.
Alrighty. The Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. Both movie buffs and ghost hunters will want to pay a visit to the Ohio State Reformatory. The former prison, which is where the Shawshank Redemption was filmed, is rumored to be haunted by former inmates, its past superintendent and his wife, and the previous farm boss and his family, who were murdered outside the building. Visitors can tour this 132-year-old Mansfield, Ohio institution year round.
Nice. I do it.
I would, and then go to Cedar Point.
Right. The Grove in Jefferson, Texas.
Ooh.
That's Jefferson, Texas landmark, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, is said to be haunted by several spirits, including a lady in white. That's
Ooh.
for me. I'm not going there. Though no one knows exactly what went on at the Grove, several former homeowners, neighbors, and locals have shared tales of scary sightings. Tours are available throughout the year, but reservations are
Grab a
required.
tour.
I love how they ended like that. That's great. All right.
Ooh, this is where I want to
But
go.
God damn, look at that place. Go ahead, Mickey P.
Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Before it was a tourist attraction, the Eastern State Penitentiary, I can't even talk now, was a prison known for its severe punishments and famous inmates like Alphonse, why does it look weird? Scarface Capone.
Yeah, I think you said it right. Fonzie.
The 197-year-old Philadelphia landmark is open to the public for daytime tours, Halloween attractions, and even private paranormal investigations on special nights from 9 p.m. to 1. We're going and then getting a Philly cheesesteak.
Absolutely. We're gonna go at 12:45.
It
We'll go for 15 minutes, and then we'll get a cheesesteak somewhere.
takes 3 hours.
Yes, I've never been. I mean, I've been to Philly, but I haven't like gotten like an official, authentic. You
Yeah,
know,
we should go.
Grove Park Inn in Asheville, North Carolina.
One, it
That
looks
looks like
creepy.
it looks creepy. Yes, it does. It absolutely looks creepy. Oh, I just skipped over the whole thing. Over the years, both staffers and visitors have become acquainted with the Pink Lady, a guest that has taken up
Ooh.
residence in the Asheville, North Carolina Grove Park Inn. The Phantom supposedly haunts room 545. Oh, just that room. Lingers throughout the hotel and likes to play harmless pranks on those who work and stay there. Who would work there?
I would love that.
Check it out for yourself by booking a stay. For working there, nah, I don't know about that. That'd be too much for me. You gonna play little pranks like what? You gonna trip me in the fucking hallway?
Down the stairs.
Yeah, trip me down the stairs, and that'd be fun.
No thanks.
Big shouts to our
Okay.
sponsors, Monster, and
Ooh. Curious Elixirs.
yes, thank you.
All right. The Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. The former home of Sarah Winchester, the late rifle heiress who inspired the 2018 movie starring Helen Moran, the enormous Winchester Mystery House is said to host friendly spirits, including one nicknamed the Wheelbarrow Ghost. Okay.
All right.
While no one can prove a connection to paranormal activity, it is one heck of a dark and spooky mansion with more than 160 rooms, a door that leads to nowhere, and more quirky features. That's weird.
Yeah. What is the What is the quirky features? What could that possibly be? I don't know.
That reminds me of like it's a Stephen King movie where the house just keeps like growing and growing and then people
Yeah.
can't get out.
Yeah.
That's like what that reminds me of, where I'm like, yeah, no.
Absolutely. You know, I pass by houses like this, and I always think they're all haunted. Any of the like the Victorian old school houses
Yeah.
or mansions, they to me it's just like, oh, that's haunted. The Whitney Restaurant. Oh, it's a restaurant in Detroit, Michigan. It's a big ass restaurant. Stop by Whitney
Hmm.
Restaurant in Detroit, Michigan for dinner or a drink at the Ghost Bar. And you may find yourself in company of the original homeowner, David Whitney, or his wife Flora, whose spirits supposedly lurk around the building. But don't worry, the phantoms that tend to drop in seem to be friendly, according to employees. I can fuck with a friendly ghost, you know, like Casper.
Casper.
Yeah, I can fuck with Casper, but
I love
not
that
like,
movie.
you know, something behind you or something.
No. All right. Barahack Settlement. Oh, a whole settlement in Pomfret, Connecticut. Once a village of Welsh settlers, this set of ruins in Pomfret, Connecticut is now nicknamed the Village of Ghostly Voices for its infamous paranormal activity, which includes rumors of bizarre sounds and visits from creepy creatures. No, thank you.
No, I'm good.
Though it was once a tourist attraction for ghost hunters and teens looking for thrills, it is now currently closed to the public. See, that makes me wonder why.
Right. Exactly. And anytime I hear something like that, that just makes you want to go more. Like I don't want to get arrested, but
Yeah.
I want to go. You know, the Don Cesar Hotel in St. Petersburg, Florida. Hey,
Damn,
now
we could have went.
I passed by that building several times, and yes, I did hear it was haunted. The Pretty Pink Palace in St. Petersburg, Florida, was originally created as a way for its founder to remember his lost love. How
Uh-oh.
cute! Now it's also home to his ghost, according to staffers who have claimed to see and experience some crazy phenomenons there. The Don Cesar Hotel's fifth floor, which is where the founder once lived, is said to be especially filled with unusual activity. Find out if the rumors are true by stopping by or booking a seaside stay. That fucking place is so expensive that if you really want to do that, I recommend somewhere else.
Really?
If you're like trying to just to like check out ghosts and shit or
Yeah.
paranormal stuff or whatever, extremely expensive. New York City
Ooh.
price.
That's redonkulous.
Yeah, right.
One of my next personal favorites, the Stanley Hotel in
Oh,
Estes Park, Colorado.
there it is.
One of my creepy favorites. Calling all Stephen King fans, me. The Stanley Hotel is a must visit for those who love the Shining book or movie, which was inspired by this haunted hotel. The popular Estes Park, Colorado attraction is now a destination that accommodates all sorts of visitors, including a few friendly spirits that the staffers have come to know. Stop by for a ghost tour, or if you're really brave, spend the weekend.
Ooh.
I don't know. That movie was
I
scary.
would see how it is first, you know? See how it is for one night and then see if I
You're
want to pay
also
for
not alone in the hotel like they
it.
were.
Yeah. Yeah, true. That is a fact. All right, number 22. Vulture Gold Mine in Wickenburg, Arizona.
Ooh.
Dating back to 1863, this gold mine was once a bustling hub in Wickenburg, Arizona, filled with workers, but now only phantoms lurk there. According to the local rumors, crew members from the Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures even caught some scary sights and sounds on audio and video back in 2010. Ladies and
Ooh.
gentlemen, see it all for yourself with a guided tour of the mind and its ghost tour, which is offered throughout the year. I had to talk loud because the music just got loud.
Oh.
Started really getting into it. All right, what's the next one? We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost done, and then we're going on to the paranormal. Get ready,
Ooh.
paranormal.
Creepy. The Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville, Kentucky. In 1910, Waverly Hills Sanitarium once served as a hospital specializing in tuberculosis care. And unfortunately, it often became the last home for many of its patients. It's rumored to be haunted by many of their spirits, with guests often claiming to see scary figures while touring the Louisville, Kentucky structure. Visitors can choose from three different experiences when they stop by: a guided tour, or patient zero and I would say, a self guided tour on specific floors,
Hell yeah.
or a private overnight visit.
Wow.
We might do a private overnight visit.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of money, but that would be it. If you're going to do it, you got to go big. You know, some of these places are really haunted. Some of them, honestly, some of them just take your money.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them just take your money because if something happened a long time ago and it's a rumor and you say, "Oh yeah, come spend the night for $300," and nothing happens, or they're at their front desk like knocking. Oh shit, what was that? But some places are legit,
Yeah.
like this place, the Emlyn Psychic Estate in Cape May, New Jersey.
Ooh.
This Victorian home turned museum is just one of the many local haunted attractions in historic Cape May, New Jersey. While it's not clear what spirits still look there or what their ties to the Emlyn Psychic Estate, there are rumors of reoccurring paranormal visitors witnessed by guests and neighbors dating back decades. Stop by for a ghost tour. That's how they end all. Stop by for a ghost tour and whatever,
And a
or
cookie.
and a cookie and in a balloon, or check out one of their many festivals organized year round. All right, so all these places, you can check out yourself. You can do more research because we're just giving you really,
And we will on a few too.
yeah, 100%. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to some of these places eventually, and then we'll do a podcast reporting back what we heard or what we saw.
Reporting live.
We'll record live while we're there, ladies and gentlemen, while we're there.
We're going to Philly.
Bring the mic, bring the laptop. We're good to go. Go to
We have no
Philly.
Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. Right.
All right, McPike Mansion in Alton, Illinois. The historic McPike Mansion, which has been around since 1869, was once a family home that is now supposedly a hotbed for spirits. Ooh. And no one knows exactly what their ties to the Alton, Illinois residence is. A few years ago, the mansion was purchased by a couple who hoped they could turn it into a successful bed and breakfast. But after one too many creepy visitors, the property is now open for tours. Stop by to take a guided adventure, plan visit from their paranormal meet and greet event, or spend the night during their annual ghost camp out in October.
In October, or maybe around Halloween. By the
Now,
way, speaking of Halloween, this is the Halloween podcast, a mixture of variety, and thank you guys for watching. And happy Halloween! Happy, jump off to the Halloween weekend. It's a beautiful
don't
thing.
forget to like,
Say it.
shit, subscribe,
Yeah, you
like,
don't have to.
comment, and share
Yes, exactly. Comment, share, subscribe.
in that
You know,
order.
we do this every Friday. It's a lot of fun. Make sure to stay tuned. This is the Halloween episode, as you can see, and we're almost done with the go section. And then we're gonna go. Actually, we have two more, right? Then
Yeah.
we're gonna go talk about some paranormal stuff, and then we're gonna talk about our own experiences, which will probably blow your fucking mind. So stay tuned. The Peyton Randolph House in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Ooh.
That just looks like a regular house, but in 1737, Peyton
Ooh.
Randolph House, situated in colonial Williamsburg, has a long history in haunted happenings. In fact, there's even a record, sorry, of American Revolution General Marquis de Lafayette stay there, which
Jeez.
was full of spooky phenomenons he documented in a journal according to the Holmes tour guide organization. All these years later, several souls are rumored to still haunt the house, which is open year round. I mean,
Ooh.
1737, god
That's a
damn.
long time ago.
Those spirits are not going anywhere. They're there
No,
for that's it.
they are there to stay.
They're there to stay. The last one, Nikki P. Give it to them.
It is Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. And there's actually a sign that says Axe Murder House outside of it.
Yes, it does.
See how brave you are by booking an overnight stay at the Vasilla Axe Murder House in Vasilla, Iowa. The home, which was the site of 8 murders back in 1912, has become known for its strange sightings and creepy noises.
Wow. Speaking of
Hmm.
creepy noises, that is a freaky laugh.
That is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, switching gears for a little bit, we are now going to be talking about. What are we going to be talking about, Nikki P?
11 people recount their creepiest, unexplained paranormal activities, experiences. Sorry.
Yes. Paranormal experiences. I am obsessed with this stuff. I know Nikki P is also.
Hmm.
I'm so obsessed with the movies and stuff, but the documentaries are really where it's at, where you get
Yes.
the real stuff. Like always, I guess. So we're gonna just break these down for a little. I don't know. These seem like they're pretty long, but let's see. Maybe we just read a little bit of them. Let's see. I know I'd come back from heaven for a slice of that cake. My grandfather and
Ooh.
I shared birthdays 2 days apart. Then that means you don't share birthdays. And both loved chocolate cake. My mom learned her mom's recipe, which was passed down from her mom. So I guess I inherited the love for this chocolate cake. Every year, we would drive upstate to see my grandfather on his birthday with a freshly baked cake, and he would greet us at the door with a smile, take the cake out of our hands, then disappear into the kitchen.
That's
He
what I
loved this cake. He loved this cake, Nikki P.
do.
He also smoked a particular type of pipe tobacco, which you could always smell in the house. Nothing like tobacco and cake. To this day,
Beautiful.
whenever I catch a whiff of pipe tobacco, I think of him. Anyway, he passed away in 2004, the next year for my birthday, 2 days before his. My mom is making a cake for me when she suddenly smells his pipe tobacco. I've definitely heard stuff like this. I've
Oh,
definitely heard
yeah.
stories where, it's smoke or a cologne or something like that, perfume. Now he had lived hours away from us and hasn't been to the house in years due to my grandmother's failing health, making her unable to travel. So there's no chance of his scent lingering around. My mom realized what was happening and just laughed, saying, "Dad, don't worry. I'll set a piece of cake for you when it's done. But you have to be patient." And the smell went away.
Weird.
Very weird. Very weird. So, there you have it. That's there's definitely paranormal situations that are not, deathly scary, slamming cabinets and throwing, cans across the room.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely
the
more
real.
relaxing experiences too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it just shows that
Comforting.
it really just shows that there's more after this physical life. There's something else. No matter what you believe in, it doesn't matter. There is something else
Oh, yeah.
after this physical world.
Thank God. Seeing spirits. When my twin brother and I were around 6 years old, we went to Central Australia with our dad and older brother. We were doing some nature walk and he fell back a bit. He then screams and runs and catches up. He told my dad that he had seen something. Later that day, we were in the town nearby, and my twin pointed at a painting in the art gallery and said that's a figure what he had seen. My dad went into the gallery and asked the person at the counter what the figure was in what the figure in the painting was. And they said it was a Borganal spirit that takes children who wander too far from the camp
Hmm.
or their family. Fuck that.
That's pretty terrifying.
I mean, what are the odds?
What are the odds? Speaking of that, man in the mirror. This
Ooh,
already this already
yeah.
gives me shivers. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bloody
anytime,
Mary.
yeah, that shit scared the fuck out of me when I was younger. Like the fuck out of me. I've also seen, well, yeah, mirrors like really scare me. Not just mirrors scare me, but I'm just saying, like in general, when you hear stories like this,
Yeah.
it's really freaky. Sharing this on behalf of my partner. When he was about 4 years old, he would talk to a man he saw in the mirror. That's absolutely terrifying.
Was it
Naturally,
MJ?
yeah, right. But naturally, his parents were curious about his behavior and asked him questions about the man. He told his parents details about the man, including his appearance, hobbies, and how he died. It turned out that one
Ooh,
of the former owners of the house was a man who committed suicide in the house, and he fully
damn.
matched the description of the man my partner saw in the mirror. When his parents found out, they moved out of the house a month later.
Oh, God.
Well, there you go.
She's still there. When I was about 14, I was staying up way too late on the computer. It was about 1 or 2 in the morning, and everyone else was asleep. I got thirsty and wandered down the hallway to get a drink. I didn't bother to turn on any lights since there was a nightlight in the hallway, and there was enough light to get by. I'm walking back to the bedroom when I get this weird feeling like someone is watching me. Oh, God. Um,
Ugh.
and turn around. There is this big white mist just floating right behind me. I immediately turn around and mopped my way back into the safe, bright room. The thing is, there were no windows facing that hallway, and I hadn't passed the nightlight yet, so it definitely wasn't the trick of the light. All the doors leading into the hallway were also closed. A few years later, when I moved to the room closest to that spot, I got the heebie jeebies and could sleep without a lamp on. It wasn't until sometime later, after the sighting, I learned that in the 80s, a guy was renting out the house. He was arrested under suspicion of the kidnappings, rapes, and disappearances of a bunch of kids in the area and the suspected murder of his wife. They never found her, and according to him, she ran away. Cadaver dogs went over the farm but never found anything. The cops must have not had done a thorough job because when they moved in, my mom found a pair of boys' underwear in the toilet tank. Ew. The missing wife was never found, and he died in prison about a decade ago. I think her spirit is still there.
Whoa.
Mm-mm.
No, thank you.
See, that's similar to my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get into that actually in a couple minutes. Our own experience, just some of them. Just break it down, maybe the best of them. Um, I mean, what do you think? We're on number five. We don't even have to do the whole list.
Yeah, either way. I mean, I have one major experience.
Okay, because some of these are kind of long, but let me do this one.
Okay.
Footsteps.
Ooh.
I already hate it. and I am still wearing diapers. So let's see what happens. One night I was alone. Can you imagine? I read something and shit myself. That would be the best. One night I was alone in the basement watching TV in the dark while my whole family was upstairs. As I'm chilling there, I hear footsteps coming down the basement stairs, and while I normally can tell which family member it is by the cadence of the steps, I didn't recognize these. The footsteps
Ooh.
stopped before the bottom of the stairs, so I called out and saying, "Oh, haha, so scary. I know it's you," thinking that it was my brother or something trying to scare me, or someone trying to scare me. I look back to the TV, and the footsteps start again. I whip my head back to the stairs just in time to see a dark figure go inside, or I'm sorry, go into a side bedroom
Mm-mm.
that has glass doors. It's
No.
pretty much pitch black, so I assumed whoever was standing right behind the glass looking at me. That's when I started to get scared, so I ran to the lights and flipped them on, only to find the room empty. My entire family was still upstairs. It was too spooky. Wow.
Mm-mm.
No, thank you.
Which
No,
one
thank
are
you.
we on? Haunted house. You want to end with haunted house?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll
A
end
lot
with
of
that.
weird incidents happen at the house I grew up in. Stuff moving on its own or or turning on and off by itself. A couple friends who came over claimed to see figures or experience their own things. But one of the most memorable things happened to me when I was in high school. One night I was sleeping and woke up when my bedroom door opened. This is why I shut my bedroom door and lock it.
Yeah. And lock it.
Duh. I saw the silhouette of a person moving around in my room, looking like it was rummaging near my dresser. I assumed it was my mom dropping off a late load of laundry. A few seconds later, the figure seemed to disappear into my wall. I was still pretty sleepy and figured I hadn't seen my mom walk back out the door in the dark. Next morning, my mom asked me if I had gotten up in the middle of the night for any reason. I said no and asked why. She told me she'd seen my bedroom door open from her room, but she never saw anyone go in or come out.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't know about this. You know, it's one thing to have these spirits around you that are protecting you, or maybe like guardian angels or something like that. Like
Yeah,
I'm all for that. You know, but some of them are not nice
they're
spirits, and they're
evil.
not there for a good reason. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Now it is the Halloween episode, and we have 10 minutes left. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some of our own experiences.
Strength and hope.
Strength and hope. I'm gonna put my fucking phone down, and we're gonna get to it.
Get down to brass tacks.
Exactly. You want to start, Nikki P?
Yeah, I mean, I have one. Ooh,
No
scary.
one leaves. No one leaves. Once you watch this podcast and you subscribe, that's it. No, go ahead.
Um, well, I mean, my mom had had some paranormal experience when she did use a Ouija board with her friend, and it was moving, and she said, "Show us a sign that you're here," and the blinds on the window went flaring up and flipping around.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's something that doesn't just that's not something that just happens. And then
Right.
also in this house, my uncle rents it out. He hasn't said anything of anyone saying anything, but when my grandma lived there, she woke up. She experienced a lot, but she will never forget she woke up and she just had scratches all down her legs
Mm-mm.
and was bleeding,
Oh my god.
waking up from sleeping. Both legs.
That is terrible.
Also, my cousins live downstairs, and my one cousin, Carlos, would always say something about the little boy, this boy, like, lurking around.
Oh my
I don't
god.
know. My experience, I was young, but I'll never forget it. I was young, like 4. but it was so significant that I'll never forget it. But we lived on a lake, already creepy.
Right.
And I think my mom and me were just staying at the house. My dad was away, and my sister, I think, was at my grandma's. But anyway, I'll never forget, I had to like, so it was like you go into my room, and it was the room, and then you had a door to the bathroom, and then another door out of the bathroom going to like the hallway.
Okay.
And I'll never forget, I think I got up to go to the bathroom, or I just got up and I walked, like, I noticed a misty figure covering the door to go like out my bedroom. All I remember is like freaking out, running through the bathroom, running through the other bathroom door, and like jumping into my mom's bed,
Oh
crying
my god.
hysterically. Because
Yeah.
also in that house, I had an imaginary friend
Oh, the
named
same one. The same one you have now, or a different one?
different.
Oh, okay.
This one was named Elise.
All right.
Elise. I mean,
Interesting.
that's quite a name. So I don't recall that, but like my mom and my sister do.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
That,
mine.
that's got me freaked out. That's got me freaked out. I can't do, the scratches and shit absolutely freak me out. The little boy, that's too much for me to handle. Too much for me to
Even
handle.
like an imaginary friend, like
Yeah, right.
what was in my head? Was there something?
Well, a lot of young people, their imaginary friends are actual, actual spirits or whatever.
Spirits.
Yeah, whatever it is. Just they're just hanging out with them, and I believe that children can sense it more. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like they're more sensitive, kind of like animals. When you see like a dog or a cat just like looking and there's absolutely
they're
nothing, and they're
just
just like,
innocent. Yeah.
yeah, they're just looking like, what the fuck is that? And you're just like, what? I don't see shit.
Oh, I
You
freak
know?
out if the dog freaks out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
what's
I mean,
happening? What do
right,
you
and you
see
just
that I
never know.
don't see?
Exactly, exactly. I used to, from my cat all the time, would just like look up, like, with like a scared face. I'm like, what? What's there?
Schmoogie, tell me.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Schmuggy, tell me. Talk to me, Schmuggy. Um, rest in peace. Um,
Aw.
okay. So I know you mentioned this too. Now, listen, my memory is not that great as far as other experiences that I've had, because I know I had a couple. Like I know I had, for example, a good experience was something like the family was around the table. Excuse me. We weren't really doing like an official seance, but we were just, talking and seeing like if
Mhm.
there's any spirits here, communicate with us. Oh, excuse me. And the lights definitely did flicker, and my grandmother's picture fell. You know,
Weird.
which is, how is it gonna fall if it's like this? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's like this, and it
already
falls
angled.
right, and it falls this way. So, kind of like that is cool because then you just know the person. Now, I know you did mention the Ouija board.
Ouija.
Now, I've also
Goodbye.
had great I've also had
Just
great
say goodbye
experience.
now.
Yeah, exactly. I know even just having it on the screen is just like I don't feel right.
A
Um
mystifying oracle.
we'll say goodbye afterwards. But yeah, the official Ouija board, some people think it's a joke and some people think it's a passage to whatever, another realm, another dimension,
Mhm.
another whatever. You know that, as you know. So
Yeah.
I've definitely had some great experiences with Ouija board.
Mm.
I've had some experience as far as like other people coming through.
Yeah.
Like I remember a boyfriend's friend started crying because it like spelled out the initials of like the grandmother.
Aw.
Shit like that. And I guess she like recently passed.
Aw.
Um, so I've had good experiences like that, but then I've had some motherfucking horrible experiences.
Ooh, like what, Nikki P?
Well, patient zero, three things.
Okay.
Patient zero. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we're in costume. Three things, patient zero, that they say never. Even I don't care if you believe in Ouija board or not, if it's a communication to the other side or not,
Hmm.
dark or light. Don't do it in the graveyard. Don't
No.
do it by yourself. What's the third one?
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Yes, thank you.
The
Always
most
say goodbye.
important one.
The most important one. Always say goodbye. Always say goodbye because you're opening this portal, right? It kind of. You're opening this portal. So there was a couple times that, me and my friends decided to do it in the graveyard. I've done the Ouija board in the graveyard
Where was I when all this happened, by
three
the way?
times. Where the hell were you?
I don't know.
I think, I mean, maybe,
Probably thoughting around. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, right. Just horn around town like usual. No, so I did it, I believe, three times in the graveyard, and none of them were good times. We said uh the protection prayer, the
Hmm.
light protection prayer, whatever the fuck it was. We had the salt circle around us, like witches would do, but in a good sense because we were trying to not let anything evil in, and we said that we only want positive
Hmm. Energy.
energy and light, only light. So, but if you're doing it in the graveyard, it's already you're setting yourself up for failure, right?
Yeah.
So there was, there was time where it spelled out, and I'm talking like it really took control of this thing, and it spelled out Z-O, 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 and it did that like four times, and then it quickly like threw the fucking thing to say goodbye. It went whew, like that,
Hmm.
goodbye. So we were all like, "What the fuck? What is that?" I don't know if you guys know what that is, but if you know anything about Ouija boards, maybe you do. Because I looked it up and I found out some information, and it is actually a Ouija board demon that you can bring to you and bring into your life, and the demon will latch onto you for who knows how long. So I might still have this fucking Zozo demon on me. Who knows?
Jesus.
Fucking Zozo. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
that.
Like I don't even want to say the name, but that's true. That's fucking true. Like who would have thought? Z-O Zila. What? Okay.
Yeah.
So then there was one time that I only did it in the graveyard with me and one other person. It was just me and that was already a stupid idea. You shouldn't do a Ouija board with two people. There
Yeah.
was supposed to be a third, but he chickened out. Okay.
Was.
Yeah. You could probably guess who that was. So it was just me and my friend. And
Who was it?
you know who it is. Don't worry
Oh.
about
Oh.
it. Don't worry about it. Just remember you have to sleep on the couch when you come over. Okay, so we were doing it, and literally within 2 minutes, I felt so nauseous, and I felt so
No.
nauseated, and I had the worst headache, like a migraine that I really thought my brain was going to come out of my eyes,
Like
like those
instant.
instant, and within 2 minutes of doing it. And we had to stop suddenly because my friend threw his hands off of the thing, and he was just like this, and I checked his back, and it was just one long scratch, like a
Mm.
bleeding scratch, like a fresh scratch on his back, and we were done with that. My
Did
favorite
you say
story.
goodbye?
Yeah, we said goodbye.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I think we even left the board there in the graveyard. You know what I mean?
Good,
Like I
good
didn't even,
thinking.
yeah, I didn't even want to like drive around with that thing. My favorite story is when we were in the basement of a halfway house that I went to, and Nikki P or and Patient Zero went to, because that's actually where we met, in a halfway house.
Hmm.
So this place was built in the 1800s, and I believe it
Yes.
was a what was it called? A slave something?
Was
My,
it?
yeah, it really was. It was I can't think of the name.
It was a huge place. It was
Yes,
huge.
it was huge, and it was in the
Basement and then
1800s.
3 more floors, and there was probably an attic that we don't know about.
Right. Like I've heard people have situations and experiences in their room where, a calendar was like this and the calendar just went like up on their wall. I heard some crazy shit, but as far as my experience, it was in the basement and there was a couple experiences. One, we heard like knocking under the refrigerator and we moved the refrigerator and there was a board. Do you know this? There was
Oh, yes.
the board under the refrigerator, and then you take the board. You could actually pull the board away, and it was like a little small tunnel. That was crazy because who the fuck knows who's in that tunnel,
Oh
and
my
the fact that
God.
it was knocking.
And
Okay,
what the
that's kind of
fuck was down there?
yeah, exactly. That was that wasn't the greatest story, but I have a better story, and then we're gonna wrap this up. We were in the basement, me and three people, and we were doing an all-out official seance. I literally had to make this happen because only me and one other person actually wanted to do this,
Yeah.
But so anyway, so we're doing the seance. My friend has his iPad down with us, and instantly, when we got in the seance position, his calibration was off. Okay, so instead of if you take the iPad like that, it turns, and you take it down like this, then it turns. It stopped doing that. Okay, no big deal. Well, within 3 minutes of after that, his iPad that had about 90% battery went to 2% like that.
Jeez.
So that's kind of crazy, right? Okay, so then he puts the fucking iPad down, and now we're in this dark room, and you have to picture it's in the middle of the summer, it's in the basement, we're sweating, it's so hot. Okay, we're literally sweating down there. It's so fucking hot. And then we start doing the seance, and of course I'm the one that has to to say stuff, but I'm just like, oh, if there are any spirits here, we really want to communicate with you and blah blah. We heard stories about the Able House, or I definitely should not have said that name, but you know what I'm saying. And it instantly gets so freezing from our side. We're sitting like in four. From our side, it was freezing. Okay, and we were just sweating.
Mm-mm.
We were just sweating a second ago, and then we're just like, damn, something's here, because usually when the temperature drops like that, it's usually something's definitely there.
Yeah.
So then we continued to do it, and we're freezing now, and we're talking, and we are hearing like a little bit of like rumbling and stuff, but it could have been like a mouse or something like that.
Yeah.
We really didn't know, but you have to figure it's pitch dark. So the last part of this, ladies and gentlemen, is that all we heard was a little piece of metal hit the cement, right? It was like ding ding ding. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Took the phone out, looked at it. It was my friend's crucifix that fell off of his neck. His necklace, like his actual
Ooh.
that he was wearing, it just falls off. How does that happen? How
It
does that happen?
doesn't.
It doesn't happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, that's just what it is, and this is what we do on our Halloween special. Hopefully you're freaked out, and hopefully you had some fun. And I am in costume, and I'm Nikki P, and that is
Patient zero.
yes indeed, yes indeed. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Literally.
Literally, yes indeed,
Yes,
literally,
indeed.
yes indeed, literally. We are here every
Dying but
Friday night.
good.
Every Friday night, 9 p.m. We're here live stream. So come join the fun. And what do they have to do, Nikki P?
They need to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Absolutely.
And now we say
goodbye. Happy Halloween. Have a
happy
great,
Halloween.
safe weekend. Enjoy
Be
yourself.
safe.
Have some fun. And we
Get
Nikki P,
scared. Get
absolutely.
creepy.
Get creepy, baby.
That's our
Look, nobody
secret.
leaves. Nobody leaves. Nobody leaves. Subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.
Love
Love your
ya.
favorite Nikki P. Deuces.